Welcome back to the Nal Hutta Gambit. I'm your host and game master, Aaron Steele. It's been a while since the last time we posted an episode, and it feels good finally getting this episode out to you guys. We know some of you have been waiting around a long time. 2022 has been difficult, but without getting into too many details, we've had both personal and technical challenges. The means in which we were using to record some of our episodes was compromised, and we hadn't realized it not until quite a few months later. Since then, we've had to retool a few things and figure out a new means of recording these episodes. But enough about that. I'm sure you're all very eager to get on with the episode. Now, without further ado, this is the Nal Hutta Gambit. So what did everyone get for their Star Wars Force and Destiny checks?
Nerd got one dark side.
Rolls 2 light side.
KO got one dark side.
Grix has one light side.
And I rolled 2 light side points. So our pool is 5 light side points and 2 dark side.
Oh man.
It is hefty, sirs.
Use that shit on everything. Every dice roll.
Might as well. That's what they're there for. So Nephrim forgot to give Berkin his Tekla blade back, so she'll go up to Berkin and say, well, thank you for the knife. I will return it to you. And she hands you the knife.
I look at her as she motions the knife toward me, and I call out, or I say, I think that you should keep it with you. I'm sure it'll make you feel better if you have some sort of protection on you that you can employ yourself.
So you're giving her your Tekla blade?
No, it's just on a semi-permanent loan right now. Once she's got her weapons back, then I'll take my weapon back.
I thought the Tekla blade was of importance to you.
It is of importance to me, and the fact that I'm loaning it to her right now should be of some significant import. Of course, none of you yokels know exactly what a Tekla blade is all about.
I beg your pardon.
Tekla what?
Does it shoot?
I'm sorry, KO. You of all people, you definitely know. You've seen the rituals, etc. So, Nephrim, please just hang on to that blade, and I'll take it back at another point in the future. Don't worry.
That's why I'm so surprised you're handing it to her.
Well, I mean, I'd take it back. Maybe, KO, you want to loan her your weapon?
KO just kind of pulls back and withdraws his weapons into a, like, kind of hugs him.
Hugs him. Very well then. So what's the plan now? Where are we off to?
Well, we're taking you back to the only place that we know that we can ensure your safety. We're taking you to Zatuza Moon, former employee of Geeta the Hutt.
Yeah. Why? There's plenty of other places we could go to.
Look, it's the only one that we know about that's relatively close to where you are situated, so it makes the most sense to go there.
Right. I don't exactly have a good relationship, Hutt.
With who? Sorry, I missed that.
With the Hutt.
Well, rest assured that that's not going to be a problem, considering the fact that there is no Hutt there right now. The entire operation is being operated by Zatuza Moon right now. So you're not going to have to interact with any Hutts. That much I can promise you for now. What happens later is out of my control entirely.
Okay. You do have her trust. However, she doesn't really want to go there. So in order to pacify her, I will require 1 persuasion check.
Could we not do a brawl check instead to pacify her?
I will require...
Percussive pacification.
I'm just asking if that's an option.
What do you want me to roll?
I will require a charm check from you, please.
A charm check. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God! Why do I feel this is Crawley all over again?
We're gonna make this one a hard difficulty, but you can have a boost die because she does trust you at the moment.
Charming is... I have a racial trait for that, I think. Hold on. What do I have? Oh, I've got Kill with Kindness. Remove 1 setback per rank of Kill with Kindness from all charm and leadership checks. Sweet.
That's good.
Too bad there's no setback dice for me to take care of with it.
No.
Play and shame. Okay, so hard?
Hard difficulty, yes. 2 reds, 1 purple.
Oof. Well, let's get that first destiny point in there. And I take off my mask so she can see the earnestness in my eyes as I say these words. And I lay on the charm like that dude from Tangled. I do the smolder. Exactly. 2 successes and 1 triumph.
Okay,
Wow.
okay.
When's the wedding?
So you do end up convincing her. What would you like to spend your triumph on?
You know what? I think that so she knows that we've been trying to clear our name from Geeta's death. So we've already established that. Yeah, we've already established that fact. We had a conversation over the friggin' chat channel. Help me out here.
Communicator.
God damn it. So I seem to recall that there was a conversation over the communicator. Might even been in person that she knew that we were trying to clear our name because all we did was we asked her to just simply make an appearance and talk to Bib Fortuna for us on our behalf. So I think that the triumph in this case is that she realizes that she's going to be on the same planet with Satuza Moon and all of these other guys, and I think that she's just going to do it. She's there anyway, and we've got her out of a situation theoretically, and that she's amenable to talking to Bib Fortuna on our behalf now.
And she really hates Cygnus.
Okay. So you believe that I'm going to be safe there. You are familiar with what happened while I was there the last time?
Yes, we know what happened. Now, the fact of the matter is that you're here now, but you're also with us. And that there speaks volumes. And I know Satuza Moon, and he is a very, very respectable Toydarian. And I know that when we go and talk to him about your presence here, he is going to understand. Right, guys? I look around the ship.
KO gives you an enthusiastic nodding of the head up and down.
Yeah, Grix also is nods up and down.
Now, I also want to bring your attention to the fact that there is going to be a representative from Jabba the Hutt. Bib Fortuna is going to be there as well. And I know that we've discussed this previously, but if you could speak up on our behalf on the murder of Geeta the Hutt, that would be incredibly appreciated. Right now it's hanging around our necks. No way does that implicate you in his murder, mind you. Right now, Cygnus is the prime target. So once this is all said and done, I think we're going to go a-hunting.
How am I to be presented, though?
But would you like a fanfare or something? Would you like me to get you some nice clothes?
No.
You're wearing is nice.
What is my... I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying what is... So if Cygnus is the one that killed Geeta, why am I there? What is the reason for me to be there? What role have I served, or will I serve? Am I a witness? Am I a co-conspirator? What am I?
No. I think we've established that you're not a co-conspirator. Wink, wink. But the fact of the matter is, for whatever reason, you did do something with Cygnus, and it wound up in the death of Geeta the Hutt. Now, Cygnus may have pulled the trigger, but you definitely supplied the bullet. Right now, Satuza Moon and also most of the Hutts are under the impression that we were the one that did the shooting. That's not the case. Now, both Hutts that have been killed have been in our presence, which is incredibly unfortunate. What we need of you is we need you to intercede on our behalf and simply explain that it was Cygnus who did the dirty deed and it wasn't us. That is all we're looking from you. Now, keep in mind that, yes, Cygnus was after you because you gave us his location, and for some reason, he wasn't too happy with that. Now, we did take you away from a very bad situation, and As far as we know, this is the safest place that this is the safest place that we know of in the vicinity that will have the firepower to protect you in case sickness comes all the way out here.
I mean, that's all fine. We can go there. I wasn't intending on going back there. I was simply just delivering a packet. That's all I was hired to do.
All right, then. You can bring that up with Bib Fortuna if you want. And believe me when I say that you're going to get nothing but thumbs up over here. Well, maybe one thumbs down. I look over at KO.
Yeah, KO gives you a big old thumbs up.
Well, they're going to want someone. If I'm the only one there, then they're going to take me.
That is not going to happen because, you see, here's the thing. Once our name's been cleared, we are going to go on a hunting trip and we are looking at Cygnus for sport.
That's great and all, but that's... you said Bib Fortuna. Is he's coming?
Well, he may already be there for all I know. We had some things to do, some errands to run, you might say.
And you think they're just gonna let me go?
I don't see why they wouldn't. Is that your misgivings? You think that you're gonna remain there under lock and key as opposed to an honored guest? I've got a better idea then. Why don't you just simply come with us? Stay with us. We'll make sure that you're not locked up. And then once it's all said and done, you can join us on our little hunting spree.
I wouldn't call it a spree there, Berkin. We're just taking out one guy, just bringing Cygnus in, but just clarifying that we're not doing any hunting sprees on this ship right now. It's just the one.
I apologize. That's correct. That was a poor choice of words on my part. I was just getting into the conversation, and I just kind of went for it there. So let me rephrase that. You are more than welcome to join us as we try to track and bring in Cygnus himself.
You know, after you tell Zatuza everything you know.
Well, if here's the problem. If Bib Fortuna is speaking with me and I tell him my story, there is zero possibilities or zero chances that I'm going to be able to leave.
I'm sure Berkin here will speak on your behalf and will, no doubt, secure your release.
I think
he's awfully persuasive.
I think you should have Cygnus with us as well before any of that. But I mean, I'm just pretty sure that I'm going to die if you take me for
Hold on.
That would just be a shame.
KO, you're not being helpful. All right, listen. I am so confident that Bib Fortuna is simply going to be appreciative of the fact that you've come forward with the information, and also the fact that we will go and hunt him down directly afterward. During your interview, I will stand beside you as a show of support and solidarity. If the questions that he's asking start to lead toward your incrimination, I will make sure that I intercede on your behalf as well. The fact of the matter is, Nephrim, all of us want to find Cygnus.
And, once we get this Cygnus guy, I've got some nice, easy medical supply runs on the books, some easy money. You can stick with us. We'll drop you off somewhere. Life's good at that point. Stick with me. Get you on the shuttle here, helping us do some runs.
As reluctant as I am about this, I suppose so. But if I die, I just want you to know I'm holding you personally responsible.
Listen, if things don't go your way and you do die, you have my permission to haunt me for the rest of my life.
All right, then. I guess let's go speak with Bib Fortuna then at the Palace of Geeta the Hutt. Sure.
Excellent.
Okay. Do you have anything else you guys want to say here, or?
No, I'm good. Yeah, no.
No, just so we're clear, all of this conversation and persuasion checks and all this other stuff is when we're like in a sardine can at the back of the river's edge.
The river's edge is a sardine can.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Just all of it.
Like all scrunched up together.
Mm-hmm. Well, if that's it, then the river's edge continues en route to Nal Hutta, getting there quite shortly after you've left Nar Shaddaa. You touch down on a familiar landing pad outside of Geeta's palace on the swampy planet of Nal Hutta, and you take a trek inside. The palace looks about the same as it has every other time you went there. People still seem to be putting on the facade that Geeta the Hutt is still alive, but otherwise she is obviously nowhere to be found.
Man, where do you think she gets this art, huh? Crazy stuff.
Yes, the vibrant and pastel colors of Geeta the Hutt are still a bit off-putting.
Like that one over there kind of makes me want to puke a little bit. Strange things, Hutts. Yep.
Definitely not ideal. Nevertheless, we are guests here. Just try not to make a big deal out of it in front of Zatuza.
I'm just taking it all in. Just taking it all in. Enriching culturally. I'm culturally enriching myself with these quality art pieces. But I'll keep my opinions to myself. Don't you worry.
Excellent.
And being informed that you guys have landed outside of the palace, Zatuza comes hovering up shortly after you ascend the landing ramp. And he says, welcome back. I hope you have brought something useful. There does seem to be an extra party, so that's good. Bib Fortuna and this team should be arriving not tonight, tomorrow some point. I haven't heard from, I haven't had any communications lately, so I assume it is still on schedule.
Well, that's good. That will allow us to relax a little bit. And
so, who is this extra person? I'm afraid I haven't met you before.
Part of me just wants to be like, we caught her for you. Here she is. That would be not okay.
record scratch. Zatuza, I'd like to introduce you to none other than Nephrim. I'm sorry, what is your last name?
Well, you can just call me Nephrim. Most people could not correctly pronounce my name if I said it.
And I give her a short bow. This is Nephrim. She has agreed to come with us to talk on our behalf to Bib Fortuna and clear our names from the murder of Geeta the Hutt. Now, we have promised her sanctuary in the meantime, up to and including the interview and afterward as well. So I trust that you will treat her as you would a important guest. And I kind of raise my eyebrows and look toward him. Mask is still off, by the way.
Of course, sanctuary can be provided. She is a critical witness, I suppose. As for sanctuary after the meeting with Bib Fortuna, I cannot guarantee what will happen. Bib Fortuna, he represents Jabba the Hutt, and for all intents and purposes, you might as well treat him as being Jabba the Hutt. So whatever he decides is going to be law, unfortunately.
All right. Well, see, now you're instilling her in with a little bit of despair, I'm sure. So why don't we just relax and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, cross that bridge when we get to it.
Go ahead.
Regardless, why don't you come with me? I will assign you a room and we'll get you something to eat. How does that sound? And he flutters over and puts his tiny little arm around her shoulders, and they go off towards, somewhere in the palace.
So wait, he leaves with her?
That is what's currently happening.
And we are not going with them?
Oh, I'm going with them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I jog up beside Zatuza. So tell me, Zatuza, how have things been since we left?
Oh, just brilliant. Everything is so good here. We are just excited to... It's going horrible. What would... It's not great. It is not great.
Have you received any inquiries aside from Jabba in the past 24 hours?
None that I could tell you about. No direct, I guess, questions about it. So,
Right then.
but there could be spies everywhere. So I would,
All right. Look, I appreciate the fact that you're allowing Nephrim sanctuary here, but rather than giving her her own Stark room, why don't you simply just take her back to my quarters instead? There's a couch in there that I can sleep on. She can take the bed.
This is unfortunately not up to me. I would say that this is up to the young lady. I would quite like my own living area.
Okay, that's fine. I simply just wanted to present an option, and then I'll clap my hand on Zatuza's shoulder, give her a nod, and I suppose I'll see you in the mess hall, and then I'll walk back to the group.
All right, so now seems like a good time to bail and go chase Cygnus, right? Then he does finger guns.
Yeah, I think she'll probably die if Berkin doesn't speak up for her with Bib.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's not our fault.
I mean, or she's just going to rat us out and Bib's going to kill us.
Now we'll have Cygnus.
I'm sure that Zatuza would speak on our behalf.
See, now you've put this little tiny doubt in my mind that maybe she will simply throw us under the bus and be done with it. No, I think I'm going to stay here. I want to make sure that things go according to plan.
I, for one, am shocked.
I don't mind sleeping in a nice, comfortable bed tonight. I don't relish the fact of doing any traveling in the river's edge with all of us during the night shift, if you know what I mean. But I'll tell you what, why don't you and I go down to the records hall and see if we can't dredge up some information about the location where he's staying. We have his coordinates. We can actually maybe do some planning beforehand. How's that for a change?
I love a good plan.
All right, well, going in better prepared does sound good. Are we sure he's still going to be at those coordinates?
Well, it's a starting point at least.
As long as you think we'll have enough time, then it's not a problem.
Well, right now he thinks he's in the wind, so unless he thinks he's being hunted, he's probably going to stay in one spot.
All right. Hey, you guys, you call me if you find anything. I'm going to go see if I can round up some supplies for this hunting spree we're going to head on to later on. Yeah, I'm going to head out and check out on these supplies. Call me if you find anything. And Grix will walk off.
It could be a hunting spree if he's got a bunch of droids there.
I'll yell over my shoulder, all right, eye on, got it.
Okay, so you guys are going to stay here for the night and pursue Cygnus the following day after the meeting with Bib Fortuna. Is that what's going to happen?
That is what Berkin is pushing for.
And where is everyone else at?
Grix is okay with this.
Yeah, Lord's on board. I'm going to do some reconnaissance first. Or I guess not reconnaissance, but research.
KO is just resigned to this not going well.
That's fair. Okay. Well, if you're going to wait around for the meeting with Bib Fortuna, you have basically half a day left and probably the night, because he will be arriving in the morning. Spoilers. So you have a little while, a little bit to go. So you're free to do whatever you wish until then.
Grix is definitely going to be looking for some supplies, some more guns, some more grenades, and anything else that he can think of that could be useful. And he's going to try to gather some stuff up, get it ready, get it near the ship.
Okay.
That's awesome.
After the tournament concluded, there was kind of this thing that happened where Geeta the Hutt was murdered. So they didn't really clean up a lot. So you can find all of that mess from the tournament down in the sort of waiting area where the VIP bar / lounge was, and the sort of impromptu equipment room that had a variety of basic equipments. So aside from a couple frag grenades that you can find there, what else in specific are you searching for?
I'm looking for some heavy stun pistols, if I can find any.
Like a heavy blaster pistol, because they'll have the stun setting.
A heavy, yes, essentially heavy blaster pistol. And I'm looking for anything, the biggest gun I can find amongst the mix, if it's a rotary blaster or like a heavy cannon or anything like that.
Okay.
Even like a heavy blaster or a light repeating blaster.
So you do find a couple of those things. However, they're not exactly what you're looking for. There's one heavy blaster pistol here. You vaguely recall it being used in the tournament. It was used and carried by Claude von Flock, who, if you remember, he was part of the couple that you guys had fought in, I think, the last fight that you had.
Yep.
Or second to last fight.
One of the fights.
Anyway, so he has a heavy blaster pistol. However, it's heavily visually customized. So it is. It's pretty gaudy. It's quite colorful. It's a combination of blues and yellows, and there's like etchings done into the grip of the pistol, and it's like an etching of a crate dragon.
Crate dragon. Cool.
Yeah. So because it is so heavily customized, unless you do a little work to it, you're going to take setback die every time you fire it, because it's been customized to his like hand and to his preferences. So the way it fits in your hand is a little awkward.
Okay. Being a pilot with some mechanical skill and a half day in front of me, is that something that Grix can modify?
You probably could modify it. Now, before we get to that, though, the other thing you find is a weapon that was used by
Joe the Insane.
No.
No, he was melee, wasn't he?
Yeah, he used a
axe.
vibro. He just used a normal axe, a Gamoran axe. It was used by one of the other droids. He had, I believe, a shoulder-mounted blaster.
Would that be RN0005?
Yes, it would.
Shoulder weapon, a shoulder-mounted blaster cannon?
Yes.
However,
it doesn't have a traditional handle because it was mounted and installed into him. So you would have to also spend some time to modify it to bring it back to a usable state.
All right. Can Tally around to join me to fix up some stuff?
Tally could help you, and you'll make the checks, Grix, but you can have a boost die for her assisting.
Okay. Is there any other items? Sorry.
That's what I
can find.
If there's anything else you wanted specifically.
How many frag grenades did I pull up?
Only 2.
Hey, 2 boxes. Boxes of those?
No, just like 2 individuals.
Word comes in over the comms. Hey, Grix, I just thought of something. You mind checking around for a couple of stun grenades for me if you see any?
Yeah, 10-4, buddy. I'm looking for stuff like that already. I'll let you know if I find any.
Excellent, thanks.
There can be 1 stun grenade, but that is going to be it in terms of grenades.
All right, thank you. Okay, do you want me to do a check on the mods and repairs?
Yes. Can you give me a mechanics check, please?
Spurs. Okay, so I'm choosing mechanics and I'm doing a boost die.
Yes. So to modify this, we're going to make it only an average difficulty. And you get a boost die because Tally is there.
2 purples for difficulty?
Yeah, 2 purples.
Okay. Do you think I should roll? Should we add in a destiny point to this, or is that a waste?
You got the points. You can use them.
Okay, I'm going to spend a destiny point. Let's roll.
Why not?
Thank goodness. I got 1 success, 4 advantages, 1 light side. Did I do that right?
Okay. Yep. You rolled a light side point accidentally. That's fine though.
Oops.
Okay. So you got 1 success, 4 advantage. So
I think I really like Claude Von Flack's blaster pistol. I'm like spinning it around on my finger and stuff.
Yep. So while you're adjusting this blaster pistol to remove the customizations for him, you manage to set it up in such a way that it fits your hand more comfortably. So it has a custom grip. So it's customized for your hands. So now anytime you make an attack with it, you'll remove a setback die from all of your attacks, basically.
All right.
So that's good.
If we can make the just shoulder mounted cannon easily integratable for KO, that would be a pretty slick advantage.
Gonna turn him into Johnny 5.
I mean, it was designed for a droid already. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to fit it to my exoskeleton.
Yeah, exactly. Some Predator vibes.
A bolt on, so like mount it onto KO's back. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we can. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get on the communicator and I'll be like, "Hey, KO, you there? We found a shoulder-mounted blaster cannon down in these pits. You interested in that kind of action?"
I think such a thing would be agreeable. Wouldn't hurt to have a little extra firepower.
That's what I like to hear. All right, Tally and I are working on getting it retrofitted so we can easily integrate. When you've got a few minutes, KO, why don't you come down to the supply bay and we'll get this fitted out.
Oh, I'm on my way now.
Copy that. See you soon.
Okay. Well, if KO is going to get this rifle strapped, installed onto his chassis, then it's going to require another mechanics check.
Can Tally help?
Yeah, Tally will continue to help. So KO, you're interested in doing this?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So this will be attached to your body.
It was designed for a droid. I mean, so
it is designed for a droid. It can probably integrate without a lot of trouble. However, it is going to be attached to you. So you're willing to live with the possible repercussions of that in the future?
Absolutely. And if it causes problems, like if I start getting like denied service or whatever, then I'll just have it removed.
Who knows? If the roll's really good, we might be able to make it detachable, but we'll see. Okay, Grix, why don't you give me that second mechanics check? See how well you and Tally can install this actuated blaster rifle.
Green.
Would you like to spend a destiny point?
Yes. Green. Boost die, did you say I could have? Since it's blue?
Yes, it is a blue. If you spend a destiny point, you upgrade one of your green dice.
To a yellow?
Yes.
And then difficulty on this?
The difficulty for this one is going to be 3 purple hard.
Bam. All right. I have results. 1 failure, 1 advantage.
Okay. So you do install this onto KO, and it's probably going to work. But until you have a bit more time, the rifle is not going to be accurate or articulated. So there's just a bit more work to do to it, basically. But you can't attempt another check for 24 hours.
It's usable, though, right? Can I just like lay down suppressing fire?
It's usable. However, any attack you make with it is going to take 2 setback dice.
Perfect.
But all of this mechanical work, that's going to consume the rest of the day and into the night a little bit for you. So this is all you've been working on, basically.
Gotcha.
But with all that out of the way, what about the rest of you? What are you guys doing?
I think
Go ahead, Laird.
I was just going to say Berkin and I were headed somewhere to look up some information on the area that Cygnus is hiding out in.
Okay. So between the two of you, can you give me just a plain old computer's check to try and dig up that information? We're going to make it, I guess we're going to make it a hard difficulty.
Okay, so my computer skill is I've got 2 green. What do you got, Laird? What do you bring to the table?
Same?
Yep.
All right. Well, you can roll. One of you two can roll 2 greens and add a boost die for the other's assistance. You do still have 2 light side pips available. Okay, I like it. You got...
So that's 1 success, 2 threats.
Well, shit, Laird. Wow, brilliant.
Really saved my skin.
That boost die, man, I tell you. Okay, so 1 success, 2 threats. So you succeed. You find they're not very well detailed and they're a little old. So the interior might be changed a little bit, but you do think you have a pretty good idea of what the area looks like where Cygnus is held up. Of course, the maps are only on the exterior. Like, it doesn't give you the layout of any rooms or any personal domiciles. So it's only basically hallways and floor plans, but without the information of what's inside. If you get what the what I'm trying to fucking say here that I can't say.
Yep. Yeah, makes sense. We can plan a route in somewhere to park the ship nearby.
All right, lad. So, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say we can try and find a sort of a covert entrance or somewhere that looks like it might be less traffic to sneak up with.
With the information you have gathered here, you can find the most optimal route, I guess.
Excellent. So, Laird, this is which planet is this? Is Cygnus on? Is he on Nar Shaddaa?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure.
Yeah,
Right, so.
He's definitely on Nar Shaddaa.
That's right. Okay, so
I mean, that's what the word on the street is, at least.
That's definitely the coordinates that Nephrim gave you previously to where he should be.
So exactly how close is this to anywhere we've been before? How close is this to Tarbu's Palace or Bugaru's?
It's not very far from Tarbu's Palace. It's a little further than where you picked up Nephrim at, but not a whole lot further.
So look at that then. Look at him. He's hiding underneath everyone's noses. Everyone thinks that he's going to be out there somewhere in the known galaxy, and there he is, just a spit away from Tarbu's Palace where he killed him. All right, fine. So let's see what I can find. I'm going to go over to the computer, and I am going to start to run a search algorithm for other attacks that Cygnus has performed, just so I can kind of see if there's like he's got some sort of he does things the same way over and over and over again. Maybe I can see if there's a pattern that he's using that we can exploit to our advantage. So I'm going to do a search for different attacks, maybe different bounties that he's run, the algorithm also will take into account any similar style murders. I understand that's probably not going to be as accurate as having his name attached to a bounty, but whatever information I can find as to how he does things when he's actually bounty hunting or killing, I want to take that information and see if there's a way that we can use it against him. So that's what I want to be searching for on the computer.
Okay. You can once again give me a computer's check.
Yeah, I can do that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the difficulty is going to be hard. You will have a setback die though, because as you're searching, it looks like a lot of this information has tried to be. There have been attempts to hide a lot of this information.
Okay, because Lurd and I are tag teaming this search function here between the two of us, I think that
you do
maybe
get a boost
die should be okay. Cool.
If Lurd is helping you with this, you do get a boost die.
Yeah. So I'm asking him questions to refine my algorithm. I'm gonna take away that setback die, and here we go. Should I use a force point or a destiny point? I'm looking at all those dark side points there that Aaron can use, and
I mean,
it's looking pretty scary right now.
I'll use one. I'll gladly use one. So you can change one of those purples to a red. How about that?
I don't like that.
They say if you don't use it, you lose it. So
they do say that?
I guess so.
Okay, so once I have everything input to my liking, I hit execute and I fail miserably. However, I do have two advantages. I think those advantages should be it's got to be something to do with his weapons or something, or something to do, because what was I looking for? I was looking for any exploits that we can use. So we didn't find any exploits,
right?
But we know which kind of weapons that he prefers.
Not that, but so you don't manage to find anything that you were looking for. The only thing you managed to find out is that while your eyes are glazed over trying to dig up this information that seems to be very well hidden, you flip back and forth onto various sites that you managed to complete. a little bit of your maps. So you have a basic understanding of what you're looking at for his hideout and what's inside. You do dig up that he has made a lot of purchases within the past 6 or so months that are all related to what one would purchase when they are setting up a series of traps. So you assume that whatever is waiting for you where Cygnus is hiding, he's probably got a number of booby traps set up. He also has cameras set up. You see some orders for those, but you also see some orders for what would be like a laser tripwire, and then some other things that you do not recognize.
All right. So so my eyes are glazing over, and then like my eye catches on one of the lines, and I kind of lean forward. Man, look at this. This doesn't seem right. It looks like Cygnus might be using this as a base of operations for a while. What does that look like to you? Booby traps?
Yep, yeah, it definitely does. We're gonna have to be careful. It does look promising that he'll be there, though. Doesn't look like somewhere that he would want to leave too soon. Probably feels secure.
What is your reputation with him anyway, Laird? Both of you are bounty hunters for a while there.
I like to think I still am.
Of course. My apologies. Both of you are bounty hunters, and it's, have you worked with him before? What can you tell me of him?
No, I've never really worked with him. Just, the most I know of him really is that video we saw of him taking the place out. Seems like a scary dude.
You know that he's very dangerous.
Both of you are gank, right?
What are you implying?
Well, I'm just simply curious. What's gank society like? Are you all from like one clan, or are there different clans?
No, there's different groups. We in mixed company, we mostly stick to ourselves, but it's like anyone.
Did you recognize any specific gank markings on him that might lead us to, a disposition, a temperament, or something that we can use against him?
Well, I can tell you his disposition and temperament is just stone cold killer.
That comes across very plain to see. Can you recall?
I don't think we're going to be able to talk our way through this one like we did with Nephrim.
No, that's fair. Simply trying to explore all options in front of us, that's all. All right, well, I'm going to go get some shut-eye. You should too.
Near the end of this conversation, and after a few hours of investigation and mechanical work that Grix is working on, Zatuza comes fluttering up to Berkin and Lurd. He says, "Okay, well, so Nephrim is getting comfortable. Told her she can, visit the cantina, get something to eat, whatever she wants. Just that she's not allowed to leave the palace. She seemed okay with that. Torak is informed, and he is keeping the guards. He's informed the guards, so she shouldn't be leaving, at least. But regardless, I need to have a conversation with, I guess, the team, all of you guys. So if you could meet me in my office in about 10 minutes, we must have a brief conversation. Maybe brief, maybe not. We'll see."
All right, sounds good. We'll head back to the ship and gather the rest of the crew.
So, just kind of a quick aside here, Aaron.
Yes.
I don't think that we have been rolling for morality.
We haven't.
It's been ages. But we haven't really done anything to cause morality, I don't think. So I haven't been asking for it because I don't think we've really done anything to warrant it.
Just wanted to bring it to everyone's attention again, that's all.
We haven't really touched on anything that would invoke a change. So I mean, there's been like a couple times. I think to be safe, I think you and Patrick could take like a couple points of conflict, just write it down, and we'll sort that out later.
What did I do?
Hey, we protected Nephrim. We saved
I wasn't involved in any of that malarkey with Nephrim.
Yeah. You see,
my conscience is clear there.
It's up for debate, but just write down 1 point somewhere, and it gives us something to roll on later. We'll roll because I don't think we're going to get to the point I wanted to tonight. But we'll roll.
I mean, if anything, I deserve some points in my favor for not just like straight up shooting her whenever I wanted, which was all the time. Restrained myself.
Yes. KO employed impeccable restraint.
Regardless, one conflict is like nothing. It takes nothing to get one conflict, honestly. But don't worry about it. It's only a conflict.
All right, so we're all on our way back to Zatuza?
It seems likely, but I mean, I told that to Berkin and Lurd, so...
Yeah, I think we would head back to the river's edge probably to meet with you guys. Is that where you were? Or wherever Grix was working on KO, getting that blaster mounted on him?
Yeah, we can meet up. I'll grab the communicator and just find out where we are. Meet up.
Sounds awesome.
Or yeah, I'd just tell you over the communicator. I forgot about that. So Lurd comes on after talking to Zatuza. Lurd comes on to the comm. Hey, Grix and KO, we're meeting Zatuza in his office. He said he has something to talk to us about, either quick or not quick.
All right, I'll pass the word on. We'll meet you there.
Sounds good.
Hey, KO, Tally. Zatuza wants a word with us in his office. We're meeting Berkin and Lurd over there soon. Grab a gear. Let's head over there.
I'm sure this will be good.
Very well.
And we make way towards Zatuza's office.
Okay, so yeah, you make your way towards Zatuza's office. You enter inside, and once you're all in there, he goes and he shuts the...
Wait, is Nephrim's not in here, is she?
Nephrim's not here, no. It's just the five of you. So once you're all in here, he goes and shuts the door. He says, okay. Everyone is keeping well, I assume?
Yep.
As well as can be expected considering the circumstances, yes.
Excellent. Good. That's good. So here's the situation. Over the last, I want to say, year, it seems like Geeta has been funneling some of her funds to an unknown bank account.
Oh, go on.
We've tried to do a little digging to see if we can to find out where that bank account was started and all of that. But a lot of it is pretty hard to get at, so we're working on that. But it looks like the 5 million credits is not currently available. But however, I do have a couple million that is available. But I am wondering if you are in need of something maybe a little more comfortable in terms of spacecraft, starship. I think the one that you currently have is a little small. I do have an interesting ship that has good bones.
Hold on. Are you reneging from your 5 million credit deal that we had already previously established?
First of all, that is Geeta's deal. It is part of the organization, and unfortunately, this information I was unaware of. I did not know that she had been sending these credits to someone.
All right, well, who is it to?
Well, like I said, it's all encrypted. It is very difficult to gain access to that information, but we do have people working on it.
Would you like me to get my hands in there as well? Because I'm very much attached to that 5 million credit idea. That was the entire purpose as to why we even came to this planet.
Yes, well, the funds, the problem is, Berkin, is the funds are already gone. The only thing left in Geeta's name is just a little over 2 million credits. And I am offering up as perhaps a different or a substitution payment of a old ship that I have that needs a little work, but we could do something with it.
Look over at KO. Well, that is one of the reasons why we are looking for credits in the first place, was to replace our ship.
This deal is getting worse all the time.
Well, what's the value of the ship that you're trying to hawk over on us?
Well, I've never... It is an incredibly rare ship from what I understand, considering that there are no other ships like it. I think it was custom built by Mondel Motors, if you're familiar with them.
I look over at Grix. Do you recognize that name? Because I'm not from here.
Zatuza, what is the, does this ship have a transponder ID? What's the make of this ship you found?
Man, all my characters are gone. What the fuck happened? One sec. Man,
That's what we're saying right now. What the fuck happened to our 5 million credits?
thought.
I do believe he's altering the deal.
I think that you are 100% correct, KO.
Just pray he doesn't alter it further.
Oh, you're terrible.
I don't think I know this. Did you say Mondel Motors?
Mandel Motors.
Oh, Mandel.
Like
Sounds
in Mandalorian.
Yes.
Yes, it was made by Mandel Motors. They are a company that was once operated on Mandalore. From what there's little information on it anyway, but from what I can tell, the ship was once used for high value transportation. It's significantly larger than what you're currently equipped with. I would put the value, if it's restored, well over 6 million credits.
Grix gives a little whistle at that number and says, well, if we have to take a look at this, but that could be a pretty sound number. He might be onto something here.
We do need a ship. A bigger ship.
I appreciate the river's edge, Grix, but it's just a wee bit small for, all of us. So...
Well, she's got it where it counts, but I do understand. It's a bit of a sardine can in there with all of us.
That's very true. All right, Zatiza. So I'm not saying we're going to take you up on this offer because the other one should still apply. You're just simply going to owe us money. But I think that we're all in agreement that we definitely want to take a look at this ship.
It's in very poor condition right now, but as I was trying to say, it has good bones. The engine, it is nearly functional. The hyperdrives should be easily repaired. It looks like the ship was just abandoned here, and over time it had parts stolen from it, I suppose.
Jawas in space, is that a thing?
Off-world Jawas are a thing.
Right, but in space.
In space?
Yes, like salvaging hulks in space.
I hope so, because that is a very cool idea.
These Jawas.
Space Jawas. You heard it here first, folks.
I like that idea. That's a good idea. Gonna type down space Jawas real quick. That is also quite racist because not only Jawas strip ships of parts.
Look, I've only been in this area for maybe just over half a year, maybe a little bit longer, and I already know of Jawas. I'm not saying I'm racist. I'm saying that that's just how things work out here.
It's true. He has a Jawa friend.
Okay, well, it is not something that is my call, but that I'm just informing you of the situation. If you do decide to take this route, it will take a majority of the 2 million credits to get it flyable. However, the value you will be getting from it, I think, is well worth it. And we'll have to see how all of this plays out with Bib Fortuna and Jabba. But I don't see a lot of reason for sticking around here. Maybe you need, after the ship is repaired, maybe you need someone to help you out. I could be somewhat of a manager for your small band of individuals here.
So you're going to give us this hulk of junk that's floating around in space right now, and also you are abandoning your post to come work with us.
Hey, no, the ship is not floating in space. It is in an underground warehouse on planet.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
I think if we get an exchange, a fully repaired ship, if it is, you say it's worth what it's worth, this may be a fair deal.
Well, you see, here's the problem is that we are in desperate need of, a ship. And if we sell this one, then we might be credits richer, but then we're in the same boat where we've only got one ship among us for the time being.
You just want to sell Grix's ship without even asking?
No, not Grix. Not Grix's ship. The other ship.
I know, Grix's ship. What are we going to do with 2 ships?
Hey, Berkin, though, if we get this new ship and it is quite large, like Zatuza says it could be, of a certain variety, perhaps we could do some smuggling runs. I'm sure Zatuza has some work, and I know some people on the Outer Rim, and we could easily earn some credits with a larger ship of the scale. 6 million credits would get us.
I'm seeing that I suspect that Jabba is going to just dissolve Geeta and Tarbu's operations, and then I will be left without work. So,
well, Zatuza, I think that we can all speak to your earnestness and your above the table discussions with us. So, what do you think, folks? Do we want to add him to our little group?
I think Mr. Zatuza Moon has been a valuable asset so far.
Plus, when the Lost come hunting for you, we can actually help you out if you're with us.
Sounds like a win-win situation to me. A fully repaired ship and someone to help us manage our new endeavors. I'm on board.
Well, look, Grix, Tally, do you both want to stay with us? We definitely could use your expertise. More ways than one.
Grix looks over at Tally and gives a nod and looks back and says, yeah, we think we like the cut of your jib, you know? It's ups and downs, but I think this is a little adventure we could use on the side. What do you think, Tally, eh? Take a break from some of the standard runs and do some of this non-traditional work.
Okay, I'm willing to come. I'm willing to be a part of this. Absolutely, especially if Grix is going to be joining you as well. However, I do have a requirement, and that is you two, she points at Berkin and KO, you two are going to train to learn how to use the Force and to get that under control, because we cannot have any more incidents like we've had with Nephrim. It's unacceptable, because who knows what we're going to run into.
I nod my head and look over at KO. That sounds reasonable.
KO just kind of shrugs back, not understanding very much what she's talking about, but not wanting to anger her. So,
well, we could definitely use the training, that's for certain.
Because you know the Empire is hunting people like us, right?
Maybe people like you. I am just a droid.
Yeah, I'm not exactly from this galaxy anyway, so I'm pretty sure I've got diplomatic immunity.
Well, you're in the galaxy. You have a connection to the Force. You can call upon it. They're going to find you. Unless we go through some rigorous training and we teach you to suppress the Force when you do not require it.
Well, all that sounds interesting, but I'm not really a fan of suppressing anything.
Well,
I hold up my hands, but I'm not going to argue with you. If you think this is to our benefit, then we'll do that. The only reason that we came out this way in the first place was to acquire more training anyway. So if that comes from you, or if it comes from scouring ancient Sith and Jedi temples, then so be it. All I'm saying is...
Who here has actually encountered any Imperials or...
He raises his hand.
Has anyone ever seen an Inquisitor?
What the hell is an Inquisitor?
KO raises his hand again.
Look over at KO. What the hell is an Inquisitor?
I do believe they hunt Jedi.
That's a good thing I'm not a Jedi then.
Perhaps not just Jedi, but anybody using the Force. Or suspected of using the Force. Or suspected of maybe knowing anybody using the Force.
Ah. So, how long does it take to learn how to suppress your Force powers?
Well, it varies. Person to person, cases can vary. Hopefully not too long. But until then, try not to use it. Every time you use it, you put your life at risk. Of course, they may not kill you. They will certainly capture you and torture you and try to bend you to the dark side of the Force and use you as their own personal puppets in the war against the Jedi and the galaxy.
What is wrong with this galaxy? Why can't everyone just get along with everyone else?
Right. Okay, so if this agreement sounds, if this sounds agreeable to you all, then I will make preparations for an excursion to the underground facility where we are keeping this Kildabby freighter. But we will go after the meeting with Bib and all of this is resolved. How does that sound?
Fine by me.
That sounds agreeable.
Yeah, it works for me.
I'm on board as well.
Okay, we'll get some rest. Bib has called ahead and said that they will be arriving here soon, so we should expect him in the morning and try to be up early. It is not good to make someone like Bib Fortuna to wait.
That sounds reasonable. So I start walking away. Oh, Grix, just before you go, can we not smuggle anything spice related? Don't mind equipment and medicine and stuff, but spice just seems so below us, if you know what I mean.
Berkin, I would never smuggle spice. What would make
Spice
you think of such a thing?
But spice smuggling is so lucrative.
Lucrative or not, the effects of spice, I won't have it. Tally and I have never smuggled spice, and we never intend to do so. Am I right?
Do we smuggle, Captain?
No, there was that one time, we won't talk about that, but, strictly legal business here.
We mostly do we're mostly a delivery service, transport service, if you will.
Good news, then.
High value items, power cores, small stuff like that.
All right, so I think we're going to do quite well from this, now that I think on it.
Just wait till we see these cargo holds.
I'm just putting this out there right now. I think I really want Nephrim to be a part of the crew.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, she is a droid mechanic.
How you feeling about that, KO?
So
Yep.
the constant animosity and having to work together, I think, is going to lead to some pretty fun stuff between KO and Nephrim.
Oh yeah, let's have the character that's going to antagonize my character around all the time, and then I can pretend like I'm going to try to kill her all the time, and it'll just be some fun.
Fucking great idea, Travis.
And I smell a spin-off sitcom.
It would be a never-ending attempt at me killing her.
Yes,
but we definitely need a full-on mechanic.
Yeah, for sure.
So I personally think Nephrim could lead to some interesting stuff, or we go and scoop up Boogaroo. But I'm leaning toward Nephrim, unless we introduce another character.
I like Boogaroo. He put fun code in droids.
Fun code.
Yeah,
Code to kill.
not kill per se, just a little aggressive.
We can go
Okay.
find ourselves a Kaylee.
Right. Well, if that's all for the night, you all take the rest of the night off. Head to your assigned rooms, I guess, and go to sleep. Wait for the morning.
Okay.
Yes, sleep.
Power down, if you will.
I'm gonna go check on Nephrim before I crash for the night.
Good call. You know what? Kale will come with you.
Excellent.
Sure. You find her in the cantina. She's drinking a beverage. It looks like she's had a couple.
A couple of beverages.
Yes.
All right, KO, just remember to be nice. All right, we definitely need her still.
What do we need her for now? We delivered her.
Yeah, we still need to make sure that she clears our names for one.
Suppose.
And I'm just throwing this out there. If we get a big ship that's in need of repair, she is a mechanic.
Yeah, I don't trust her.
Well, she's still here right now. Let's go talk to her. So I'll do
Kale motions you to go on ahead.
I do so, and then I'll take a chair and do that Riker sit.
Yeah, because you got a bad back. We established that earlier in a previous session.
So I hope you find your accommodations relaxing and amenable. How do you find your accommodations? I trust you find them amenable.
Well, I mean, it is a hut palace, and huts typically spare no expense. However, this palace has never really liked this palace. It's a little gaudy.
That much I agree with you. Not exactly suitable to my prolonged residence.
So, Mr. Zatuza tells me that Bib will be arriving in the morning. So I guess we get to speak to him then. And wait for that.
That's true. And like I said, I will be there up with you, so that's a good thing. I don't expect that there's going to be any difficulties of any sort, and I expect that you are going to come out of this unscathed.
I would like to say that I find comfort that you will be there with me. And it's not you. I don't find any comfort in any of this. But if talking to Bib is going to pay back my, I guess, pay back my life debt, then so be it.
I lean forward onto the table and kind of rest my elbows on the table, and I kind of lean forward and kind of look at her. So you are a Force user, correct?
Do you really think we should be talking about that?
There's no better time to talk about it than right now. Bib's not here. There's no one else here, just me, you, and KO.
It is not something one should talk about.
All right, so let's call it something else then. How about
we don't need to call it anything. You know that I can. That is all we need to say about that.
We did see her use her abilities.
That's right. I'm just curious as to what extent her Force use extends. What else can you do, Nephrim?
If you really want to talk to her about this, you're going to need to give me a charm check.
Sure, I can do that.
This is going to be against versus her discipline. So you're going to be against 2 red dice and 2 purple dice.
I mean, if I don't kill her, it's not a problem, right?
Am I feeling lucky?
You might as well make that 3 red dice.
You son of a bitch. Okay, well, I'm going to call on the fact that she's had a few beverages to say that she's definitely a little bit more pliant. So can I get a boost die?
You can have a boost die.
Booyah. So, I mean, you've seen what I can do. I'm just fairly inexperienced. But you, what can you do? That is a failure with 2 advantages. So she doesn't tell me, but I think that she finds it charming, maybe.
Well, it's clear to you that she very much does not want to speak about this. You've pressed her a little bit, and she has been very unhappy about it. However, she will still remain calm and won't flip out on you for trying to talk to her about it.
Perhaps you should try to talk to her privately about this. Maybe somewhere in her quarters, perhaps? I could leave you two to it.
I'm not set to speak about this, period. Not with you, not with anyone. Talking about this anywhere can get you killed. The Empire has ears everywhere, and they are always looking for people like us.
That's fair. That's exactly what Zatuza said as well. So
that's what Tally said.
Was that what Tally said? That's exactly what Tally said as well.
Did Tally say that in front of Zatuza? I can't remember.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. Yeah,
but it wasn't directed toward you, though, KO.
He did. She did point at.
Oh, yeah, no, we were both in that conversation.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Wasn't paying attention.
I just clued in now that she said all that and Zatuza was there.
Yeah.
Zatuza was acting a little awkward when he started talking again.
Right, and I'm sure that Zatuza is gonna figure it out one way sooner or later. Anyway, Nephrim, that's fine. I don't want to press you any further on that matter right now. Look, once this whole interview with Bib Fortuna is over and done with, there is another thing that I could use your expertise on.
And what's that? You got another fake droid for me to repair?
Actually, I do not. Instead, there's an opportunity that we are going to be looking at a new vehicle. You being a mechanic, it just makes sense that perhaps we should have you with us so you can tell us exactly what's wrong with it and what needs to be repaired. Is that something that you're willing to do?
Listen, I appreciate you saving my life and all from Cygnus, but I still don't like you guys. Okay, I don't intend on joining you guys at all. I'm here to pay back a debt that I owe, and that's it. And then I want to get out of here if I'm allowed to leave.
Oh, darn, that's a shame. Anyway, we should go.
KO, be friendly.
That was friendly. I expressed remorse and sadness.
Guys, don't worry. You don't have to go. I'm going to go. I'm going to go to bed. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the morning.
We're wearing you down, though.
KO gives
You're gonna love
Berkin
us.
KO gives Berkin a nudge.
And she walks off and heads towards
Nudge,
her room.
nudge.
She's gonna love us.
Well, why don't you go after her? Perhaps she's just playing hard to get.
Oh, I think I'm good for now. Thanks, KO. Anyway, time for bed.